and gentlemen, we called to order before our closed meeting, so we're just going to pick right up with the Pledge of Allegiance. Everybody please stand up. Special recognitions 5.0 tonight, there are none. 6.0 additions, corrections, and modifications to the agenda. Additions to 11.02 approval of personnel items. We had some last minute hirings that we're adding. 7.0 citizen statements. I don't believe there are any tonight, but I do believe we have a scout with us. Would you like to tell us your name and what troop you're with and where you go to school? You know what, the rain is so loud. Could you mind coming down just a little bit closer and talk real loud so we can hear you?
I'm Connor Parks from Boy Scout Troop 809 St. Monica's, and I'm going to
How old are you?
12.
You're 12. What grade are you going into? Okay, and is this for a badge or something? Well, welcome. We're glad you came. Sorry you had to come out on such a terrible night. Let's see, 8.0, approval of agenda, August 6, 2014. May I have a motion and a second to approve tonight's agenda for the regular meeting?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. 9.0 resolutions, there are none tonight. 10.0 communications. 10.01 calendar of meetings. The next regular meeting of the Board of Education is scheduled for Wednesday, August 27th, 2014, here at Central Middle School with an anticipated closed session of 6 p.m. 10.02 board liaison reports. Does anyone have anything they'd like to talk about?
Sure.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Jacob.
I have 6 items here.
Keep a list.
The latest thing that I did today, I was just lucky enough to fill in for Beth with the nurses, welcoming them back to the school year. So it was great to spend some time with them, and they're just a wonderful group of ladies that really care about our students and take every opportunity to come together and do things that are going to make sure that our kids are safe. And so that was just a welcome time to spend with them and to welcome them back for this year. A few weeks ago, Dr. Marty and I, back in early July, attended the facilities picnic. And it's more than just a picnic or a barbecue. They like to recognize their people and give them some advice too. I think you'd be interested to know that 33 out of basically 280 employees in facilities were given recognition for perfect attendance. Many of them, this was recognition 5-6 continuous years of perfect attendance at work. And they have a goal to even try to increase that for next year. So a very uplifting group. They have kind of a little theme over there, the pencil thin mustache. And so if you see them go like this, that's world-class service, and that relates to a postal carrier. I can't remember his name, but it's worth going online to, if anybody's interested, I'll give you the name of the guy and you can hear him. It's just a wonderful story. So that was a lot of fun, and to spend some time and rub shoulders with some of our facilities people that do great things. Spent a little time last Friday with some of about 100 of our administrators that have been through new intruder training, 2 days worth. We'll put that in practice tomorrow, but they're just excited about being able to make sure that they understand how to do this and actually try it. And I hope that I don't get a black eye in the process. And lastly, last night had the opportunity to go over to the Chesterfield Mall. It wasn't an open house, but it was an opportunity to meet with the 18 students that will be attending our Spark endeavor there. So I'm looking forward to that, and parents were there, and a couple of our partners, business partners, were there too, to kind of kick that off and just get started. It's a great start to something that I think is going to be a big part of Parkway as we move 3, 4, 5 years down the road. It'll be a lot more than 18 students, and maybe it'll even attract some of the students that don't consider themselves good students, but really want to be involved in a life kind of experience that's experiential. So, thank you.
Last night, I was at the St. Louis Cardinal baseball game, and I know Beth was there too because we saw each other from afar. And
Dr. Marty was
you were there too. And I think we need to congratulate the marching colts from Central High School. They performed the national anthem, and they did a beautiful job. It was great to see them on the field, and I just wanted to recognize them for that.
Additionally, as you all probably know, we've been welcoming back different work groups. We've had transportation, we've had new teachers, we've had administrators, food service, right, and today our regular teachers started, and I guess they don't need a welcome back. They know they're welcome. And tomorrow we'll see everybody at intruder training. So it's been a really busy couple of
You did the new teachers too.
week and a half, yeah, the new teachers.
Right here.
A lot of excitement in the room, really, really fun to see all of their smiles and their nervousness and excitement. And let's see, we have welcomes for Amy and Patty for your first official in your new capacity, and for Jeff Lackey in your new capacity. And tell me if I'm missing anybody who's first time with us for this kind of thing. I think that's everybody. All right, well, welcome to all of you. Thanks for being here, and we'll go on with the rest of the meeting. Yes, Dr. Martin.
I just want to say, I wouldn't take lightly the board's involvement. I always hear from groups after you appear there. They really are so excited to have board members present and taking interest. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for all the activities that you attend and trying to get out to the school. I know some of you are going to be out and about in the first day of school. That's really appreciated, and I don't think you should just assume that we see you, but in many districts they don't see the board members as much as and your kind words and your thoughtfulness is much appreciated. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's see where we are here. Subcommittee meetings. We have a safety network meeting on August 20th at 11:30 at the administration building, and Project Parkway Steering Committee meeting on August 27th at 8:30 at ISC. Since it's been the summer, we have not had any board subcommittee meetings, so we've got no reports. And now we're going to go down to action items, of which there are many. And let's see, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented in the August 4th, 2014 board materials?
So moved.
Second?
Is there anything that needs to be pulled to action or closed? Okay, all in favor of the consent agenda? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Now, we have a couple that are pulled to action already. 12.01 is the approval of resolution for the November 2014 bond election. Patty Bedborough, please come on down and give us some background information regarding the proposition.
Education. The resolution that you have in front of you is a resolution that we would like to be placed on the November 4th ballot. The subcommittee for the Facilities 2020 has named this Proposition S. It includes all the projects that have been lined out in the in the Facilities 2020. It includes, of course, the safety and security, the maintenance to our buildings, repairs, improvements, renovations, and additions. It is a bond question that is for $94 million. It actually has a tax rate increase of 15 cents on the proposal, and a positive yes vote would then approve this and put it into action. The bond language, or the ballot language, was approved and drawn up with Gilmore and Bell, our current bond counsel.
Okay, and one thing that we talked about with the Citizens Committee is that Proposition S is the name we're requesting. We're not guaranteed to have that name.
Correct.
After we file all the paperwork to put this on the ballot, once everything is filed from all of the people, then we'll get notification whether or not we get Proposition S
Correct. So we're requesting that, we're
we're
not
hoping.
secured it, actually
Right.
guaranteed. And I believe the ending file date is August 26th, but Nikki said that, I believe next week she's gonna work on the paperwork in order to get that to the county.
Does anybody have any questions or any comments about the ballot language? Okay. So then may I have a second, motion and a second that the Board of Education approve the resolution calling for Proposition S, a $94 million bond issue that will need a 15-cent tax rate increase to be placed on the November 4th, 2014 ballot, as is described in the August 6th, 2014 board material.
So moved.
All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, roll call?
Mr. Applebaum?
Yes.
Mr. Jacob?
Yes.
Mrs. Mogerman?
Yes?
Dr. Ciortino?
Yes.
Mrs. Feldman?
Yes, motion carries 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're off.
And we're off?
And we're off.
Sure hope so.
12.02, approval to accept all students from Normandy School District who attended Parkway in 2013-14 to continue enrollment in Parkway for the 2014-2015 school year. Dr. Watson, you want to come on down and say a few words?
Good evening, members of the board. Certainly, we had students from the Normandy School District join our Parkway community last year, and they quickly became members of our community, their students and their parents. And we certainly want to allow those students to continue participating in Parkway and continue learning in Parkway for the upcoming school year. And I look forward to working with those families and those students. I also want to share with you, the families have been so incredibly appreciative of the staff in Parkway and the community in Parkway, and making the phone calls and having the conversations just fills my heart to actually be here as a Parkway employee. So we would certainly, and I certainly want to allow those students to continue attending the Parkway School District.
Great. Anybody have any questions for Dr. Watson? Okay, then, may I have a motion and a second that the Board of Education accept all students from Normandy School District who attended Parkway in 2013-14 school year to continue enrollment in Parkway for the 2014-15 school year as detailed in the operating policy approved by the State Board of Education on July 22nd, 2014.
So moved.
Thank you.
Mr. Applebaum?
Yes.
Mr. Jacob?
Yes.
Mrs. Mogerman?
Yes?
Dr. Ciortino?
Yes.
Mrs. Feldman?
Yes, thank you. Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, 13.0 policy review. We only have one tonight, 13.01, policy on student-staff relations. Does anybody have any questions on this policy?
I read it. It seems fine to me.
I have
Okay.
a question.
Yes.
Do
Do you want Amy to come forward?
No, it's not necessary, but I was wondering if there should be something in the policy regarding students who basically invite teachers or coaches. There are times that that it just doesn't go one way. It's not the adult who attempts to get involved with a student, but sometimes students kind of encourage it by their actions and their behaviors towards someone and all. And should there be something in the policy that might state how the adult handles it?
We can certainly review our student code of conduct and review the policy that we have proposed and see if there is language that we could add to address that concern.
I think generally people handle that very well, but I think it ought to be stated somewhere.
Okay,
So that's my opinion.
thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, that was the first reading. That will be up for approval next time. 14.0, no reports tonight. 15.0, work session, there is none. 16.0, call for special meeting, there is none. The next scheduled closed session is anticipated to be on August 27, 2014 at 6 p.m. at Central Middle School. Details of the closed session will be posted within 24 hours of the anticipated meeting. 18.0 recess. May I have a motion and a second to adjourn the regular meeting?
So moved.
Second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. I think this is a record.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Since I've been here.